question that I came up with: why do people wait till they're dying to start living? One of the hard parts, and the reason I do this podcast, one of the hard parts of living as a bigger person like myself
Mhm.
is you tend to hold yourself back, right? Like, hey, I'll do that, but I'm going to lose some weight before I do that. Or I'm afraid I can't accomplish that task. One infallible truth:
Uh-oh. Fallible truth.
time waits for no one. So when you stop to
Mhm.
wait for something,
Yeah.
time keeps passing by and you can't ever get it back. I saw that regret in his eyes, and I have refused my whole life to live with regret, regardless of my situation, whether
Good.
things are up, whether things are down, whether I'm heavy, thin, whatever. I roll with the punches and I look back at my life with no regret.
Because what if tomorrow never comes? Got to do it.
Tomorrow is not promised. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Big Man, Big Problems podcast. My name is Julio, and I am your host. Let me introduce my co-host for this episode, the fabulous, the talented, the wonderful Yvette. So my ideas for these podcasts come from a lot of different directions. A lot of them come from simply life experiences. Some of them actually come from people who make a comment or say something to me or ask me a question. But today's topic I actually got from watching an old episode of ER, if you can believe it. And somebody was diagnosed with a brain tumor, and he sat down and he started making a list of everything he ever wanted to do in his life and still wanted to try to accomplish. Now, some of those things on his list were a little bit ridiculous and unattainable. The question that I came up with: why do people wait till they're dying to start living? So it's a little bit deeper than I think a lot of people are willing to go.
Yeah.
This is something that I myself had to contemplate. A year ago, when I was diagnosed with this neurofibroma, they found the mass on my back, but they didn't know what it was for a week. And we didn't know, quite frankly, if it was benign, like it is, thank God,
Thank God.
or if it was an inoperable tumor with only two things that can happen: one, operate and walk away paralyzed, or
Or not walk away.
two, just not walk away at all. So it made me really stop and think of all the things I have done in my life. And I can honestly say at that moment that I really made peace with the whole thing, because I have done in my life what I wanted to do. I am not a person that sits back and has regret,
Mhm.
that doesn't jump when the opportunity comes. Things I, like to do, but that's not the way it works for everybody. Everybody knows somebody, heard of somebody, or maybe is that person who spent their entire life saving, doing without, postponing the vacation, finding the cheapest way to do something to save a little bit, all waiting for retirement to do it then. But at that moment, something happens, some life event that stops them from ever being able to do that again, which is unfortunate and sad. So the question: why do people wait till they're dying to start living? How do you interpret that phrase?
Unfortunately, I have a musical brain, so I went straight to Tim McGraw, Live Like You Were Dying. Have you heard that song?
I actually like to live my life by it.
Okay, so you know the song.
Well,
How does it
there's
go again?
well, okay. So there's, I rode a bull, right? And I jumped, did this and whatever. But the part that I live by is,
Yes.
um, forgive me if I actually get a little teary when I say this,
It's all good.
because this is exactly, guys, if I'm going to say anything to you, it's going to be these three phrases: love deeper, speak sweeter,
Mhm.
and give forgiveness you've been denying. And the give forgiveness you've been denying part is something that a lot of people struggle with. I think almost everybody has a person in their life or two who may have hurt them in a way that they find somewhat unforgivable.
Mhm.
Um, when the phrase give forgiveness, this is why it's so genius. Give
It's a genius
forgiveness you've
song.
been denying,
Mhm.
right? It doesn't say let them off the hook.
Correct.
It doesn't say you can forget what
Nope.
that was. But what giving forgiveness does is it lets you off the hook.
Correct.
It takes away their power
Mhm.
that they have from you with that guilt. It's an amazing feeling to give forgiveness,
It
right?
is. And
It-
it's a someone I heard somebody talking about it and they said like but being angry or keeping that gripe, keeping that grudge is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It's like it doesn't serve you.
no.
So you've got to forgive as hard as it may be for some people. Know who you are.
Well, I've said
Kidding.
this to my wife in the past.
Yeah.
If somebody is capable of doing something to you that's awful,
Mhm.
they're not really capable of understanding that they did it or capable of saying they're sorry in a way that's meaningful
True.
or even somehow repenting
Yeah.
in that, right? They
It's
don't
like
they don't feel that
no.
emotion.
They have no need to.
So giving that forgiveness
Mhm.
lets you off the hook. That's why that phrase at the end of that song is absolutely genius, right?
Wow.
Speak sweeter.
Mhm.
What does that mean to everybody? That means giving a little grace
Yeah.
where grace is needed, especially to yourself.
Yeah, totally.
Love deeper.
Deep.
So let me amend my question for a second,
Okay.
right? So why do people wait till they're dying to live
Mhm.
or to find God?
Ooh.
I don't want to bring religion into this. And I'm not going to tell you guys that I'm the most holy roller that's out there, right? Now, I was raised Catholic, which I'm assuming you were.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as I
because
was
we were
too.
both Caribbean Latinos, as we like to say, right? We were raised Catholic, and I've never been a real avid churchgoer.
Mhm.
I don't believe that going to church is a gateway to salvation type of thing.
No.
I think all of that lies in your heart, but it's
Yes.
easy to question in hard moments
Mhm.
whether or not there is a God, right? When you see bad happen. And
So true.
just the other day, I was driving home from work and I'm looking out into the expanse,
Yeah.
right? The sky or whatever it is. And I see this cloud formation and these beautiful colors. And I thought to myself, how can there not be
Yeah,
a God,
I get
right?
that.
How could there not be somebody who made this spectacular thing that I'm looking at
This
right now?
natural creation for all of us to enjoy. Yeah, I get it. Because I think we're all under the false belief that we have time.
Yeah,
It's like
time.
I've got time to find God. I got time to do those things. I got time to accomplish that. I've got time. And you
Mhm.
know what? We all know somebody that's been taken out too early
Yeah.
by, accident or horrible disease or whatever.
So, how does this pertain, what I'm saying, to everyone's everyday life? One of the hard parts, and the reason I do this podcast, one of the hard parts of living as a bigger person like myself
Mhm.
is you tend to hold yourself back, right? Like, hey, I'll do that, but I'm going to lose some weight before I do that. Or I'm afraid I can't accomplish that task. Or I don't think, now don't get me wrong. Zip lining, probably not in the cards for me. Okay. I always imagine myself getting to the top of whatever platform they're on
Yeah.
and the guy just turning around and going, yeah, no.
Mm. Those are strong.
Yeah. How do you think in your life?
Yeah.
Do you think you're someone who's more has taken the risk and done the thing, or are you the one that more held back waiting for a better time?
I'm a very practical
Oh,
person.
we've had that conversation,
Yes.
toilet paper lady. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a practical person. So if it doesn't need, if I don't need to take that risk, if I don't need to jump off of a plane, if I don't need to climb Kilimanjaro, I'm not doing it. However, as I've reached the second half of my life, as I like to call it, being post 50, I've found that I'm taking on a more of a, you've got more behind you than ahead of you, statistically speaking, just in terms of my years. And now I'm more about the leap and the net will appear.
One infallible truth:
Uh-oh. Fallible truth.
time waits for no one.
No one, not a one.
It doesn't matter what's going on in your life. It doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter your situation. Time keeps going. So when you stop to
Mhm.
wait for something,
Yeah.
time keeps passing by and you can't ever get it back.
Nope. You can make
You
more
know,
money,
I,
can't
I,
make more time.
I refuse. Now, I'll say something a little more personal.
Okay.
So, my father lived to the ripe age of just 2 weeks shy of 99, right? And he has done things in his life that I could never accomplish hope to never have to deal with. I mean, the immigration that he made here so that my family can have a better life, I can never do. But he would always put things off, always thought he had time. Now, I don't know of a lot of people that had as much time as he did, because he almost made it to 100.
That's amazing.
But you know, I saw in the last years of his life regret that he didn't do certain things,
Yeah,
and he tended to put things off and not do them, thinking they're unimportant. He could do it later. And I saw that regret in his eyes, and I have refused my whole life to live with regret, regardless of my situation, whether
good,
things are up, whether things are down, whether I'm heavy, thin, whatever. I roll with the punches and I look back at my life with no regret.
good.
That's how I live my life. But it is very, very difficult to do,
Yeah,
especially when you are somebody like me, especially if you're that person who's sitting at home, maybe feeling like the world doesn't belong to them, like things in life aren't for them, things aren't accommodating. They get those looks when they go out. They don't fit in certain chairs. Amusement parks seem like a real challenge,
mhm.
right? So let me challenge you.
Oh,
Let me challenge those people out there listening who think that they're not worth it and think that they can't accomplish it. Let me tell you something. I am a large man, okay? And I'm nearing 60. And you would be bored after I told you all the things I've done in my life and all the things I have witnessed. I mean, have I stood in the Coliseum? Yes. Have I been in front of Buckingham Palace when they're having a procession? Yes, I have. Have I taken that cool ass train under the English Channel from London to Paris? I've
that's
done it.
fabulous.
Have I been up in a mountain Olympic village? Yes, I have. Have
Yes.
have I swum in the Pacific and the Atlantic and the Gulf of Mexico?
Yeah,
I'm always going to call it that.
exactly. Yeah. It is the Gulf of
In the
Mexico
Caribbean,
forever.
right? Have I been on a beautiful beach? Absolutely, right?
Nice.
I don't deny myself anything. I don't.
Good.
I've raised two beautiful children. I've somehow managed to stay married for 34 years.
Nice.
Okay, to the same woman,
To the same
to
woman.
the
That's
same
amazing.
woman. You're right. I'm going to be a grandfather hopefully in the next month, which I'm very excited for.
That's big.
I've been on television. I've been part of a medical study, and I started my own podcast when life was getting me down,
Yep.
when I was diagnosed with this neurofibroma and then my father passing away soon after. I couldn't get up and run a marathon, but you know what I could do is I can get in front of a camera and talk, and I
What do
can
you
tell everyone else like me to get up and start doing, because
True.
don't let life hold you back.
Never.
Don't wait until tomorrow.
Nope.
Take advantage of what you have.
True. Because what if tomorrow never comes? Gotta do it.
Tomorrow is not promised. When this topic first was brought to you,
Yeah.
what came to mind?
Again, just the, time being a thief. My wonderful husband suffered a medical crisis, and now he's concentrating on his health, which required him to retire. I mean, he was thinking about retiring we're planning on retiring next year anyway, so it just expedited that. But again, it wasn't on his terms. He wanted to be able to go out the way he wanted to go out, not, you know what, I have all these doctor's appointments I need to concentrate on. So it brought up that, we think we have time. We have, what is it? Make plans and God laughs.
So I
I hate that expression, but
I
I've heard it so
actually
much.
like that quite a bit,
What?
We make plans and God
You've never
laughs.
heard that
I've
expression? Oh
never
my
heard that
gosh.
expression.
Oh no.
Yeah,
We make plans and God laughs because what is the point? You do the whole planning out and what is life going to look like? And in a perfect world, what I like to always say is, when I ask my kids, what do you want to do today? It's not what do you want to do. If you ran the world, what would you want to do today? Or if you ran the world, what would be the next vacation? If you ran the world, they're like, hold on. Because it puts you in a different mindset of, oh, wait, I'm in control of all the things.
what was the last answer to that question?
The last answer to that
Yeah, if you
question,
ran the world, where
what
would you
would
go
you do?
on vacation?
Oh, the kids want to go back to Hawaii, Big Island.
Go back. So you've been?
We've been to the Big Island, yeah.
I have been to Maui.
Mhm.
For anyone who hasn't been to Hawaii, make that part of your
Go,
life, right?
go,
It's amazing. It's
go.
an amazing place. I actually, when I went to Hawaii, I got off the plane. I walked into the airport. I looked out the window,
Yes.
and there is a green in Hawaii that doesn't exist here, like a lush greenness to it. And well, at least in Maui it was in the
Okay.
airport. And I text my boss and I said, "Yeah, just landed. Not coming back."
Yeah, really.
He didn't even argue. He said, "Where do you want me to send your Christmas gift?"
Nice. Wow. He's
Because
like, "He'll be
he's
back."
been there. He knows.
Oh,
And
he
that's one of those
knows.
things, like these creations in the world that are
It
just
is.
so
It
beautiful.
is
And you
otherworldly.
know what? Everything is attainable. Everything is attainable. You know, regardless of what's happening in this country at any given time, I'm going to tell you this is still the greatest country in the world,
I
right?
will agree with
And
that.
anybody can do anything. The only thing that holds you back is yourself.
Mm.
Why you're so practical? Why do you always disagree with me?
I'm not trying to
So I'm going to
disagree.
say something to you
Yes.
that I'm going to bring you all the way back to my first podcast.
Okay.
Okay. And at the end of my first podcast, I made a baseball analogy,
You did.
right? And I don't know if you remember, but my baseball analogy was basically life is standing in the batter's box facing a major league pitcher. And all he's doing is throwing fastballs. Some of them come down the middle, some of them are outside, but every now and again, one comes straight at your head. Okay. And if you're lucky, you'll drop to the ground and it'll miss
And
you.
you'll
Right.
talk
Now, at that point, you have three choices. Choice number one, you rush the pitcher.
with your bat.
Right. And then what happens? They don't let you play baseball anymore.
Yeah, you get taken out
Right.
and there's a
You feel
fight.
better. You feel better for a moment, right? You feel like a tough guy, but you're taken out of the game. You could go sit on the bench and cry about how unfair it is that he threw a ball at your head.
Yep.
Or there's option three.
Or
You stand up, refuse to brush yourself off.
brush yourself
You
off.
refuse to brush yourself off because
Why?
that's what you do. And
Oh,
you stand back in the batter's box and you say, try it again.
yeah, let's go.
Now, none of those choices are wrong, but you have to make the choice. So when life throws a fastball at your head, what choice are you going to make? What is it are you going to do?
Yeah.
But whatever it is, do it. Because until you make that choice, life is intolerable.
It's like getting up early. Getting up early isn't getting up out of bed. Getting out of bed is the worst part. But once you're up, it's okay. So it's making that decision of all right, I'm getting up in 3, 2, 1, and get up. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
What do I always say about going to the gym? The hardest part about going to the gym
Putting your
is
shoes
walking
on.
through the front door. Yeah, putting your shoes on, same thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Getting in there.
That's the hardest part about going to the gym. It's making the choice to do it.
True.
What I always say to my wife, you go to bed with good intention and you wake up with better excuses.
Oh, I like that one. Is that a Julio
I actually
exclusive?
made that one up.
I
We
was going to
should
say
actually,
that
should we trademark
I
it?
think you should.
Yeah, we should
You
trademark
go to
it.
bed
That's a
with good
one.
intentions and you wake up with better excuses.
Yeah, but isn't that what you do?
Final word, final boss. Don't put it off. Use the china. Again, all the cliches about use the china and get dressed up and don't wait for special occasions because you never know.
You don't, right?
Yeah.
And you have to enjoy your life,
You have to
which
enjoy
is
it.
why every single time a vet comes over, I flip the toilet paper so it comes out the back instead of the front because it makes her absolutely crazy, right?
You go to people's houses and correct it. Sorry, but I do.
Yeah. So listen, I hope you understand the meaning of this particular podcast. I hope you took from it something that you could bring into your own life. And I challenge everyone out there to take a step, make a choice, do something you wanted to do, but you haven't done yet. Right. And how does that song go? Love deeper, speak sweeter. And what's the last thing?
Give forgiveness you've been denying.
100% release yourself from whatever it is. So thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, and we'll see you again next week.